Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, the 31st day of March.
End of the month.
March 2020 can go away now.
It can.
It's been quite a month. It is National Bunsen Burner Day. Remember those?
I know. I like Bunsen, Beaker and Bunsen from the Muppets.
But Bunsen Burner is like the actual
That's
thing.
why he's named that.
Okay. National Clams on the Half Shell Day. National Crayon Day. I bet there's a lot of kids using crayons today. National Prom Day. You can do that at home, maybe. Maybe not. National Tater Day and National Equal Pay Day. All of those things happening today. And it's a Tuesday. Let me see. Okay, good. We have not had to cancel Tuesdays with Charlie.
Woo!
We've got that coming your way here in just a moment. Always a lot of fun to chat with him.
Always.
And is he like staying home or is he still going out?
He's still going to work every
All right.
day.
Well, we'll have to chat with him and see how that's going. That's all coming up in just a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study from the Arizona State University found that narwhals, you know what narwhal is?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
The narwhals who have bigger tusks are more likely to find a partner during mating season. So,
Okay.
alrighty. So, Arizona State University clearly had nothing better to do than
Clearly.
check into that. I've got a link to that.
Kind of works the same way in human life.
It works the same way, I think, in a lot of things, but maybe not tusks. I don't know. We're going to just move on. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Whoever said all deals are made on the golf course probably did not have this in mind. A set of golf clubs filled with cocaine was intercepted at the Miami International Mail Facility. Custom Border Patrol said in a story here that agents conducting a routine search found the clubs on Monday, discovered the illegal drug in the hollowed-out shafts of the golf clubs. The package, which came from Colombia, was bound for New York. The drug's street value, was about $30,000. According to the Customs and Border Patrol, that's about 1.14 pounds. No arrests have been made. The CBC seized about 3,700 pounds of narcotics every day in 2019, according to the agency. So they're on the lookout for this.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah,
My
it certainly
gosh.
is. It's a big deal. Thanks for listening. I've got a link to that story, by the way, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Containment. It's a TV drama about an epidemic that breaks out in Atlanta, leaving a section of the city cordoned off under quarantine, and those stuck on the inside fighting for their lives. It's among the top 10 shows on Netflix. So, thanks to the pandemic, Containment was actually canceled after just one season on the CW, but now it's got this like second life because everybody's going through something similar. It's not the same, but people are being, asked to stay home.
Sure.
It's among the top 10 on Netflix docuseries. Also, Pandemic, How to Prevent an Outbreak is up there. We watched the movie Outbreak. I had never seen that. Heidi did back in the 2000s or 90s or whatever.
It's a
so
good movie.
a lot of folks watching stuff like that. Now, in addition to watching the movies, I actually got some work done around the house as well.
Put up some light
2 light fixtures. I started
on the doorbell.
Started to fix
again.
our doorbell. Got a bunch
It's only
of.
been a year.
Hey, you've only asked me 93 times. I will have that doorbell fixed by the end of April. I promise.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. How much toilet paper do you need? You know, you can calculate it. We actually did this.
We have plenty.
We do have plenty. You can calculate that with a website, howmuchtoiletpaper.com. It's you put in the number of rolls that you have and the number of toilet visits you make and the number of people in your house and the number of pieces you use per visit, and there's a lot of guesstimation going on here.
Well, yeah, but it gives you an idea.
According to this, we are good to go for a full year.
Yeah.
And we didn't even go pandemic shopping, so I just want to make sure people know.
From a long time ago.
Heidi is a bargain hunter, but here's why we actually calculated.
I bought it at Costco because that's where when I buy it, and I had just bought it before all this started, so there's a ton of it here.
Yeah, so, but the reason that we were even calculating this is we had 3 different people that came to visit us, and when they left, Heidi was like, "Oh no, take some toilet paper." I'm like, "What are you doing? We don't have
children." I
understand.
It to and one friend.
So you're
we had
handing
people
it
who
out
were
like
flushing
candy
paper
and Halloween.
towels.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we were okay. So
we're good.
I've got a link to it in the show notes, but there's a website where you can calculate that. Kelly Clarkson had to make do with what she found while practicing social distancing, rather. She was in a Montana cabin, and she had to use her kiddo's little kid potty because their plumbing froze up. Oh. So she used like a potty training potty. Okay. She used one of those and then went to social media.
That is not an image that I needed.
No, social media to share the tale.
Gross.
I don't know if there were pictures. I don't really care. I hope not. I wasn't following her. Over 1 billion people are now confined to their homes, so a lot of people are taken to the internet. Think about this. If we didn't have the internet, how bored would we be? We would probably get all of our household projects done. We were talking earlier about one that I did get a couple things finished. We would probably read some books. We'd maybe even turn and look at the person next to us and have this thing called a conversation. Here's what I encourage people to do, though. Pick up the phone and call somebody that you know is maybe home alone. If it's mom, grandma, grandpa, an aunt, an uncle, somebody, call them with the phone and talk to them with your human voice. It will make a huge, huge difference. And since we're on that same subject, last week, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee said something that I think he was kind of kidding, but the internet went nuts because he's being slammed for suggesting corn cobs could be used in the event of a toilet paper shortage. Of course
he was kidding.
But, yeah. So
he's got a great sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. People went crazy over that. Madonna is also being mocked online for a bizarre video that she made naked in a bathtub talking about COVID-19. Why would you she just wants attention. Well, we just gave it to her. That was not my intention, but we just did. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for this little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie. He'll give us some golf. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him. He makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his style. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Well, you can't go out, you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't nothing.
I know.
So you're saying you're not handling the quarantine very well.
There you got her.
So you've been spending a lot of time at home with Sandy, or you not been there much?
I work a lot of hours, so I don't have to go home.
Okay, so
So you don't have to go
putting
home.
in overtime. Well, what kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about today, Charlie?
Hey, the record for the longest pregnancy is held by Beulah Hunter, who in 1945 was pregnant for a year and 10 days.
Holy cow.
Why in the world so long? What happened?
I don't know. Probably little boy didn't want to come out.
That's crazy.
I'm terrible. I got to get out. I got to get outside and get some air. So I don't know. Singapore Airlines cargo flight had to make an emergency landing in Bali due to smoke sensor being triggered from the dung of the 2,186 sheep aboard the plane.
Oh my gosh.
So it was the sheep were pooping on the plane, and it set off the smoke detectors?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That is
All
hilarious.
2,186 of them.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So hopefully that wasn't just a regular plane.
A commercial airline.
We sanitize
Cargo
between every
plane.
flight.
Lying flat on your back with your arms and legs spread is your best bet for surviving a falling elevator.
Really?
Oh.
I would have never guessed that.
I want to know how many tries before they came up with that.
I don't know. I don't know how they would be able to prove that for sure.
So if an elevator's falling, I'm supposed to lay on my back with my arms and legs spread apart.
Yep.
Huh. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to remember that.
I won't remember that.
As you're screaming hysterically, yes, you do that.
I'll be crying in the corner instead.
I'll have something in my pants that'd be similar to that. I got one last thing. We better call this good after this one.
Okay.
The 18th century word Lent means to urinate in an alcoholic beverage to increase its strength.
Really? Who did that? Why would anybody do
I
that?
wasn't around.
That's awesome.
Why would anybody do that?
Well, to make it more strength.
That's right.
You've never done that, have you, Charlie?
No.
Okay. I was kind of hoping not.
I think that would involve drinking too much to start with, and then you never know the strength of it. I don't know.
And then you don't need a stronger one. You're fine.
I'm
that sounds
done, yeah.
Pretty yucky. Well, are you ready for a question from us, Charlie?
We better try to answer something on your end.
I think you might have actually asked me this one time. If you sneeze while traveling at 60 miles per hour, how long are your eyes closed? Like how many feet would you have traveled with your eyes closed?
You're traveling 60?
60 miles per hour, and you sneeze. How many feet did you travel with your eyes closed?
22.
No, it's 50 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you don't want to sneeze while you're driving 60 miles an hour.
Huh.
If you're going faster, your eyes would be closed for even longer. Well, they'd be the same length, but
there
you
you
travel
go.
further.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, I missed that one.
Well, it's always a pleasure to chat with you, Charlie. We'll talk again next week.
I'll try to be a little happier next week.
Oh, you were pretty darn happy this week.
Bye, Daddy.
Happen. Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie. If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I've got maybe the weirdest world record ever right here. It's for the greatest distance thrown in a car accident. It's a world record most people probably don't want to try to top, but a car going 70 miles an hour struck Matthew McKnight, an off-duty paramedic, when he was stopped to help out a different accident. This happened in 2001, and he was thrown 118 feet through the air. That's like half a football field.
Okay, but did he live?
Yes,
Okay,
he
I was going to
did.
say, because if not, that's really
And
morbid.
his doctor, Dr. Eric Brader,
Although it'd be a cool tombstone.
yeah, his doctor told him, "You should send this to the Guinness Book of World Records." And he brushed it off as a joke, but Dr. Brader was so impressed by the feat that he actually sent the paperwork in. It was approved in 2003, and it didn't make the cut until the 2008 edition. But so for the last 12 years, he has been a world record holder for getting hit by a car and flying through the air 118 feet. So yeah, careful out there. This is today's fun fact.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline India. Have we done an India story?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm trying to get around the world here because we had a lot of stories from China for a while there. And then we had like a bunch of stories from North Korea and South Korea. So now we're in India, where a husband and wife in India sadly passed away, and they left all their money to their pet monkey. They had no children. They said they owed their wealth and their success to the primate, who they believe had enriched their lives. So when they passed away, their money went to their monkey. So, not sure.
Yeah, I wonder who's managing that.
Don't know. Not the monkey, I hope. Thanks for listening to today's news headlines from somewhere in this world.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Police say a man arrested Saturday for an auto theft claimed that COVID-19 made him do it. So let me explain. 70-year-old Alvin, what's his name here? Alvin Remeter, pawned his 2000 Chevy Silverado for $1,500 at a pawn shop in Florida. An arrest affidavit states that since turning over the title, he returned to the shop several times to make statements of not possibly being able to pay for the pawn payment. While the manager was willing to work with him, police say he allegedly took matters in his own hands Saturday at about 7 a.m. Using a spare key. He came and drove the truck away from the pawn shop. He was spotted. Police stopped him. When they asked him why he did it, he said he had freaked out over the coronavirus and the whole situation. Now he's being charged with grand theft auto, which he stole his own car, but he pledged it as collateral for a loan. So, but what a weird story, getting arrested for stealing your own car. And, you know, I understand your world has probably changed a little bit the last month here, but don't do things like that. Don't resort to negative. Think of positive things you can do. There you go. I'll get off my soapbox now. Thanks for listening to today's Weird News. Now, your moment of duh, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. A woman arrested for assaulting her boyfriend shouted, "I have the coronavirus," before intentionally coughing in the face of a paramedic.
This is the second story we read like this.
This, I think, might be the third. I think we had another one like a week ago. But
what is wrong with people?
We had one yesterday, and then we have this one today, and it says, sprayed copious amounts of saliva on the officer.
Gross.
Ugh. Responding to an early domestic violence call. Let's see here. Let's just skip down to the nitty-gritty here. The man whose nose was broken told officers he had been attacked by his girlfriend, LaDonna Shakia Holmes.
LaDonna.
Yeah. The man said he was lying in bed with his 38-year-old girlfriend when she told the victim, okay, I'm not going to read the rest of this. She was interested in doing something. He said no, and she beat the snot out of him. And when they came to arrest her, that's when she coughed in their face and said resulted in copious amounts of saliva. She's now facing a pair of felony counts, by the way. So if you do that, even if you don't have coronavirus, if you're saying that, it causes like a major pandemic episode and a lot of supplies and a lot of things that don't necessarily need to be used get used. So you get in trouble for that. Don't do it. If you do, you'll be maybe tomorrow's moment of duh.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Fake News or Florida. This is where I read a headline, and Heidi has to guess if this is a true story from the great state of Florida or if it's hashtag fake news made up just to trick her and amuse me. Ready for this one?
Ready.
Fake news or Florida. Summerfield, Florida man was arrested for using marijuana to try to purchase a hot dog at a Circle K store. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say Florida.
It is a true story. I'm like, why in the world?
I mean, we've read stories like that about drive-thrus, so... Circle
like,
K
hey, can
kind of
I
makes sense.
give you a little of this instead of a little of that? And you're like, no, we need cash. It has to go on the till. Sorry, it's not how it works. So I've got a link to the story if you want to know more about it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. I think this is just a really, really, really cool story. Again, a lot of people going through kind of tough times right now.
Right.
And during the darkest nights is when the brightest stars will shine. Here's a headline. Pizza shop gets $2,000 from anonymous customer. Owner uses it to pay staff bills. Says a woman in Prescott, Arizona, dropped off an envelope filled with cash at a local pizza shop. And now he's using this, the owner is using this to pay it forward to help the people who work
wonderful.
there. Skylar Reeves, who owns Rosa's Pizzeria, was loaded with orders for delivery and curbside pickup Tuesday when a woman approached him, handed him an envelope, and then just walked away. Reeves opened it, found $2,000 cash and an unsigned note. The note said, "Hi there. As a neighbor and lover of roses, please accept the enclosed and use it as you see fit for your staff." How cool is that?
That's absolutely beautiful.
He said he was overcome with emotion. Already had been forced to consolidate 3 of his restaurants into one place and pause his catering business and stop construction on the newest restaurant he was going to open next month. He also had to lay off about half of his 100-person staff, many who are his friends, all because of what's going on in the world. He says, the hairs on my arms literally stood up. I think it's the hairs on the back of your neck, isn't it?
Well, your arm hair stands up when you get goosebumps.
Does it? Okay, I just have never heard that phrase. It says, with the money from the anonymous Good Samaritan, Reeves is asking his employees to bring him bills that are stressing them the most. He said that he's going to pay those bills with the envelope cash and with some of his own money.
That's wonderful.
He said it was such a Prescott thing to do, and he'll remember this moment forever. And here's the thing. Think about people in your life. If you're in a position where you can do something like this, be a blessing right now. Now is the time to be a blessing.
There are lots of ways to be a blessing without doing it financially.
And one of those, like I said earlier in the program, even if it's literally picking up the phone and calling somebody who might not have heard a human voice other than coming out of a box like a radio or a TV or a computer.
And just make sure those people have what they need and that they're doing okay.
If you can't give money, you certainly have some time. So give them some time. And you can do that without even leaving your home. So anyway, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.